Hey everyone, my name is Chelsea and I'm with YogiApproved.com. I'm a yoga and meditation instructor from Hawaii and I'm here to bring you yoga for surfers. So it's a great video for you to do before you paddle out, kind of warming up the body and the core. And then we'll be offering a warm down to do post-surf when you get out of the water. All you'll need is a yoga mat, and when you're ready, let's get started. All right, so when you're ready, find your way into a comfortable seated position, beginning to notice your connection with the earth, bringing the tops of your hands to your knees and palms facing up for a more energetic practice, palms facing down for a little bit more grounding. And just beginning to drop in here, rolling the shoulders up and allowing them to fall away from the ears. If you're ready, gently fluttering the eyes closed and beginning to bring your awareness to the thoughts that are flowing, noticing if they're busy or scattered, and just taking a moment here to tune into the breath. Like water, the breath or the prana is the life force that flows through each of us. It is your ultimate guide, and as you arrive here on your mat, taking a moment of gratitude to thank yourself and your body for showing up here. Beginning to activate the ujjayi breath, making a deep ocean-like sound as it glides down the back of your throat. Keeping the lips pressed together as it moves all the way down to the base of the belly. Emptying out completely before you begin your next sip. This time, prana moving up towards the crown of the head. And pausing for a moment to allow that flow, that prana to move throughout the limbs of the body. Yoga is not about tuning out, it's about tuning in. And as surfers, it's important for yoga allows us to tune into the present moment, reminding us to return to the breath again and again, despite whatever external circumstances or experiences we may have in the water. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Allowing the energy to flow. And when you're ready, gently fluttering the eyes open to focus a few inches in front of you. Gaze soft. And allowing that energy to carry you over onto all fours. Wrists stacked directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips as you bring the big toes together and knees wide. Pressing the hips back and extending the arms forward as you bring the forehead to the ground and settle into child's pose for a moment. Yoga has deep roots in the surfing community. Like riding a wave, for many, it's a very highly spiritual experience, an outward expression of the yoga and meditation practice. Walking the hands to the top left corner of the mat as you feel that space in the right side body. Gently pulling your hands and palms back towards you as they remain flat against the floor. Inhale as you walk them through center to the other side this time, top right corner of the mat. This time feeling the stretch in the left side body. Yoga allows a surfer to tune into the present moment, reminding us to tune back into the breath time and time again, no matter what the outward circumstances. Hands come back to the center, coming back up onto all fours, finding a neutral position. Together we will shift the weight into the left palm as we inhale the right high and begin rotating the wrist in either direction, keeping the hips squared towards the front of your mat as you exhale and thread the arm underneath the space between the left hand and the left hip. Hips stacked directly over the knees as you feel that in the right side of the shoulder. Inhale, brings the right arm high, gaze towards the right palm. And exhale as you come back through a neutral position. Setting up for the other side as the weight shifts into the right palm, left hand inhales high. Rotating the wrist like you did so on the other side. Maintaining integrity and squareness through the hips as you thread it underneath the space between the right hand and the right knee. This time the left shoulder presses against the floor. And as you inhale, coming back up for one breath, back down to a neutral position. Transitioning directly into plank pose at the top of a push-up. Belly in towards the spine as you shift the weight forward and begin to lower slowly, keeping the elbows in towards the body all the way down to the floor. Uncurling the toes as you inhale, pulling belly to spine and using the strength of the core to come up into baby cobra. Gazing a few inches in front of you and coming all the way down. Tinting the fingers out at the top corners of your mat as you inhale to lift the chest once more. And on the exhale, dropping the left shoulder as you gaze over the right forearm. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale as you drop the right shoulder this time. A light weight in the tops of your feet. Staying high on the fingertips, inhale back through center. And exhale, coming down, wrists underneath the shoulders again. Using the strength of the core as you uncurl the toes and come up through a yogi push-up. When you're ready, pressing the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And bending into one knee and then the other. So shifting the weight into the ball of your toes as you roll forward like a wave into plank at the top of a push-up. Exhale, press the hips up and back. We'll do that 2 more times together as you inhale, come forward to plank at the top of a push-up. Exhale, hips up and back. And this is beginning to warm up the core as we roll forward. Exhale as we open up the hamstrings. Great for paddle out and just warming up the body in that forward lateral position. When you're ready, we'll inhale, right leg high into 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward and bring the left knee to the ground as you inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, firm your foundation here. Hips squared towards the front as you bring the hands in towards the heart on your inhale. Exhale, bringing the left elbow to the outer right thigh. Pressing the palms together in front of the heart to lengthen from the crown of the head. Releasing the lower back. Creating space here, and on the exhale, twisting a little deeper as you press the palms together. Gaze slightly towards the ceiling. Inhale back up through center. And exhale, arms frame the front foot, stepping all the way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high this time, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward. Right knee meets the ground as you inhale, arms all the way up. Extending that flow and prana through the fingertips. And exhale as you firm your foundation here, pulling in on the inner thighs towards the center line of the body. Hands come down in front of the heart as you inhale. And exhale as you lean forward and bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee this time. Palms pressed together to open and create space in the heart. And exhale as you twist a little deeper, warming up the spine. Inhale brings you back up through center. Exhale, framing the left foot and stepping it back, downward facing dog. Coming on to the ball of your feet as you inhale, bend the knees and look forward, arriving at the top of your mat, firming through all four corners of feet as you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale brings you all the way up to Uttanasana mountain pose. Palms together and index fingers pointing tall like a longboard. Reaching through the index fingers and on the exhale, bending towards the right. Feeling the stretch in the side ribs, the side body. Increasing that circulation and blood flow as you come back through center and take it to the left side. Inhale back to center. Coming down all the way to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins. Exhale, both hands down, step the feet back, coming through Chaturanga or downward facing dog. One breath here. Full wave of breath, exhale. Inhale, coming onto the toes. Exhale as you bend the knees, hop, step, or jump at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale brings you all the way up. And exhale, pulling that energy, hands to heart center. Closing the eyes for a moment. Setting your intention for class. Silent prayer to yourself. Like when you are first entering the water. Asking the universe and Pachamama to watch over you. Whatever your intent here, knowing that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Flowing on the wave of life. One more breath. And opening the eyes, turning to face you and setting up for tree pose. A little bit of balancing here on the earth before we get on our boards. So shifting the weight into the left foot as you bring the right to the upper inner left thigh. Hands stay in front of the heart for balance. Working to bring the knee in line with the hips. And activating the left thigh to use that counter force to stand tall through the crown of the head. Inhale the arms up if you like into whatever creative expression. And exhale, coming back down through the center line of the body. We'll shake that side out as we shift the weight into the right foot this time. Left comes to the upper inner right thigh. And keeping the top of the right thigh engaged as you gently invite the left knee back in line with the hips. Standing tall through the base of the foot. And growing, if you did so on the other side, to open the heart. Preparing you for all of the rides to come. Opening the heart for one more breath. Hands above the head as you inhale, bringing it in towards the heart. And shaking it out. I'll turn to face the front of the mat again. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Inhaling the arms all the way up. And exhale as you dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, both palms meet the earth, stepping all the way back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, left leg high. Exhale as you step it forward between the hands. Back foot turns to parallel with the back edge of the mat as you inhale the arms all the way up. Virabhadrasana 1. Making sure that the left knee stacks directly over the left ankle. Firming in through the outer edge of the back right foot. Inhale as you expand and release the lower back here, pulling belly into spine. And exhale, we'll open it up, Virabhadrasana 2. Again, shoulders relax away from the ears, gazing over the left middle finger, standing tall here and making sure ribs stack directly over the hips. And exhale as you windmill the arms all the way down, stepping the left foot back, coming into downward facing dog. One full wave of breath here. Full exhale. Shifting the weight into the left ball mound as you inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping it forward between the hands. Left foot turns parallel with the back edge of the mat as you inhale the arms all the way up. And exhale, firm your foundation, creating a 90-degree with the right leg. And exhale to open it up, warrior two on the right side. Gaze over the right middle fingertip as you find your center line in the body. And windmilling the arms all the way down to frame the right foot, stepping it back into downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, coming forward and finding our way onto our seat. Removing the flesh if you need to and shaking out the legs. We'll inhale the arms all the way up. And exhale, using the peace fingers, grabbing the big toes, the outer edges of the feet, or if you'd like, clasping around the base of the feet. But inhale to open the chest, and exhale, create flexion in the spine and working to bring the heart towards the knees. One full wave of breath here. On your next inhale, coming all the way up and pulling the heels in towards the center of the body, shifting to face you guys. And just beginning to notice your connection and the soles of your feet, starting at the base of the big toe, moving to the sole of the feet, strengthening that connection from the base of the body so you can notice your connection on the board. Now we're going to move into the post-surfing series. It's a great thing to do when you get out of the water to keep your muscles fresh and reduce soreness in the shoulders, maintaining openness in the heart. So when you're ready, finding your way onto all fours and tucking the pelvis slightly to find that neutral position, wrists stacked directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. On the inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze high. And exhale, pressing through the palms, tucking the chin and bringing the gaze back towards your belly button. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone high. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Taking it through one more round here on your own. And making any other organic movements that feel right. Maybe moving the hips forward, back, side to side in either direction. And then finding your way into a neutral. We'll slide the palms forward, keeping the arms lifted, hips high, finding our way into puppy dog pose. Forehead meets the ground at the third eye. And feeling the stretch in the lateral side bodies, space in the ribs. Creating that openness after some paddling. Full wave of breath here. Exhale, keeping the hips high. And next inhale, allowing it to bring you all the way up into all fours once more. And finding your way into downward facing dog to open up the hamstrings, walking it out if you like. We'll bring the toes together at the back of the mat and drop the heels to the back left corner, feeling that space in the right side body as you gaze underneath the right armpit. Exhale, coming back up through center, keeping fingertips spread wide as you drop the heels to the back right corner this time. Opening up the left side body. On your next inhale, coming back up to center. And shifting the weight into the left ball mound as you inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping it forward, finding your way into runner's lunge. All four corners of the right foot stay as the hands find the inside edge of the right foot. Inhale to open the heart, gaze forward. Shift the weight into your left palm as you inhale the right high. Exhale, opening up the heart. Counterintuitive motion that we do when we're paddling. You can bring the back knee down for a modification, or if you're looking to go a little bit further, bending the left knee and grabbing the top of the left foot as you gaze high. Opening up the hips and lengthening the chest as you release the lower back at the same time. One more full wave of breath here. Exhale as you release the back leg, framing the front end, stepping the right foot back, three-legged dog. Exhale, coming back through center. We'll set up for the other side, this time shifting the weight into the right foot as you inhale the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward. Hands are on the inside edge of the left foot. Inhale as you open the heart and gaze forward. Exhale to firm your foundation. Your next inhale, bringing the left arm high and bringing the back knee down if you'd like, or bending the right knee this time and grabbing the top of the right foot. Inhale as you release from the base of the pelvis through the crown of the head, creating space and lengthen the spine. Exhale as you release the right foot, bringing the left hand the inside edge of the left foot and stepping back, downward facing dog. And keeping the knees together. We'll inhale as we come down to the mat, bringing the forehead, the third eye to the ground, and arms can extend by your side, fingertips resting gently, closing the eyes here and allowing the body to melt. And finding 5 quiet breaths here as you reconnect with your intention, noticing any changes in the body. Three more full waves of breath here. If you'd like, and if you have the time, I invite you to stay here as long as you need to. Or if you'd like to come up to a comfortable seated position to close your practice. Hands together in front of the heart as you close the eyes and bow the head. Moment of gratitude to thank yourself again and your body for the beautiful work and energy it exerts day in and day out. Honoring it and wherever it is at, and knowing that you are exactly where you're supposed to be on your journey and wave of life. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Feel free to rewatch this video as many times as you like, either as a pre-surf warm-up or a post-surf cool-down. Also, please subscribe to the Yogi Approved YouTube channel. I'll see you guys on the mat or out in the water soon. Aloha.